Welcome to the Golf Addiction. Today we're going to do a course review of Dundonald Links. Dundonald's located on the west coast of Scotland and neighbours courses such as Prestwick, Western Gales and Royal Troon. It's held the Ladies Scottish Open 3 times, the Men's Scottish Open once, where Rafa Cabrera-Bello famously hit his 275-yard 3-wood to win the playoff. And in 2023 it'll be a final qualifying venue for the Open Championship. We're going to go through the facilities and then do a play-by-play on the course. Showing some of the practice facilities at Dundonald. We've got a short game area with 2 pot bunkers, one on the left, one on the right. And then in the distance, there's a second short game area dedicated for pitching and chipping. The range is a grass range, measuring about 250 yards long. All the balls are complementary. It's a fantastic setup here. So when we're doing these course reviews, we will be taking into account the practice facilities. I think it adds to the experience in the day when you're going to a new course, a new venue. Dundonald, we couldn't really fault. As you can see here, the range is ideal for prepping before you go out on the course. The short game facilities are second to none, and the putting green's huge, so there's plenty of chance to practice them tricky putts. I went on to the pitching area here. This is, like I said, one of 2 greens available for the short game area. You can go back maybe 40 to 50 yards to hit some pitches. There's 3 flags available. The greens are built exactly as they are on the course, so it's really good to get a feel for how receptive they're being, how firm and fast they're playing on that particular day. I hit a few pitches here to get a feel, pitching it pretty well. Before moving on to the second chipping area. So this one's got 2 pot bunkers, both out of shot, one just to the left, one just to the right. They're sort of below the level of the green, so ideal if that's what you want to do before you go out on the course. Personally, I don't like hitting bunk shots before I go out on the course, so I just started off with some chips. Chipping wasn't great on the day, as you can see from that one, but I got fortunate with this last chip, which I actually managed to chip in. Good one to finish on before moving on to putting green. Hit a few putts before going to the first tee. You can see it was a fresh morning with the dew on the greens, but nevertheless rolling great. We're going to head to the course now for the play-by-play. Miss it. Oh, nasty. So much. Sorry. There's only chipping now. So you really want to avoid the fairway bunkers around Dundonald. They are punishing. You can see how deep this one is. I could only come out sideways, which left me sort of scrambling for par. Here's me. 126 flag. 52. Got scared of going left. That's horrendous, that. So you can't see it from this shot, but it is a 2-tier green and the flag was in the bottom tier front right. So I really didn't want to go left. You could actually see from my alignment before the shot, I was aiming too far right, which wasn't intentional. That was an awful golf shot. Come back. So this one did come back to about 2 feet, which I managed to tap in for the bogey. Second hole, 2-iron hybrid. Started at that pop bunk on the left, a little third. Cheers. This is a great hole. You need to think off the tee with the dogleg left, the dunes left and right of the fairway. It's also an elevated green, so if you miss left or right, the slopes take you down into either a hollow or even worse, another deep pot bunker. This one burns the edge for birdie. Went to about 3 foot.
Outside gimme distance.
But I managed to tap it in for par.
Keep going. Should be alright, that one. Yeah.
That tee shot haunted me across the 2 days. First day I actually put it in the water. It's a tight tee shot with a bunker on the left, and then the burn that runs up the right hand side, then across the fairway. I hit a good second shot. I just left of the green in 2 on the par 5. So chipping here for eagle. Again, the camera maybe just doesn't do it justice, but it's a big hump in front of me. It goes down into a little hollow and then back up onto another tee where the flag was sat. Left about 6 to 8 foot for birdie. So I had this put just inside the left edge. There is a little bit of left to right turn because of where the pin is. You can see it slopes. The greens were so pure on the day. I just need to get started on line, try and get the birdie to move back to even par. So I took an 8 iron on this one. I think it was playing 168 to the flag. But again, just hung out to the right. You can see that I'm struggling too much on the inside on the way back. So a lot of the shots I was getting stuck on. Pretty much pin high. Quite an easy chip. Chipped it up to about foot and a half for a gimme par. This one was the best drive of the day. You can see on the image on the right hand side where the path goes across the par 5. I was just short of that path, left 208 to the flag. Good 5 iron, good strike, but again, just hung it out to the right. Actually left me quite a difficult chip, one that I didn't want to get too cute on. Wasn't that a great shot with a 60 degree? Could have been more aggressive. Came up just short right, leaving about 8 to 10 feet for birdie. Again, the par 5s, obviously this is a nice sunny day with very little wind, but the par 5s around Dundonald are gettable for the longer hitters. Good chances to make the birdies. I think that's where you need to capitalise if you're trying to shoot a low score. This putt was inside right. There wasn't a great deal to it. Uphill slightly. I made a good stroke and got the birdie to move 1 under par.
Come on, it. Get left. Oh, bunker, I think. Forgot about the bunker.
Again, another shot missed to the right. Left a tricky bunker shot. I played this one quite nicely. Chased it up the hill. And managed to convert that one for par. Sharp dogleg to the left, as you can see from the image on the right hand side. So I went with the 3 wood and tried to turn it a little bit. Not as much as I wanted, but still found the fairway. Then we have another contender for worst shot of the day, along with the one on the first hole. You can see I was left with a difficult chip, short-sided, uphill to the green, and then once it reaches the surface, all downhill. I put this one about 20 foot past, and unfortunately it was a 2-putt bogey. I went on to shoot 2 over for the 18 holes. Really enjoyed the course. I think if the wind was blowing and they had the rough up, it could be really challenging, which I assume it will be for the Open qualifying. We've got some images from the clubhouse. Definitely worth checking out. Really modern inside, and the food was fantastic. We had a few games of pool on the first night. There's also a sauna and steam room in the changing rooms. Really is an ideal place for a golf trip. You've got the lodges here, which have a putting green in front of them. But if you're travelling with a smaller party, there's also double and twin rooms available, which are right near the clubhouse. Okay, so it's time to give Dundonald Links its score. The practice facilities were fantastic, and the course was also very good. So we've given it a 7.9 out of 10. And the reason being is it just lacks a little bit of character when you compare it to some of the other courses that are higher up on the list. Certainly the ones at the top there, Royal Cinqueports, Lytham St Anne's and Trump International. You leave them courses remembering every single hole. Each hole is very different and very memorable. Dundonald comes in at 8th place currently on the leaderboard. Please let us know in the comments if there's a course near you that you want us to check out. I'm also interested in doing a full 18 play-by-play and a break par challenge. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and drop us a like, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.